Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that has been absolutely everywhere lately. You've probably seen it on social media, heard about it in the news, or maybe even had a friend show you something wild it can do. I'm talking about ChatGPT. So, what exactly is it? Is it a person? A super advanced robot? Is it going to take over the world? Let's break it all down in a way that's easy to understand. At its core, ChatGPT is what's known as a large language model. Think of it like a super smart, text based assistant. It's been developed by a company called OpenAI. Now, the large part is key. It's been trained on a massive, almost unimaginable amount of text and data from the internet. We're talking books, articles, websites, conversations. Basically, a huge chunk of everything humanity has ever written down and put online. Because it has learned from all this data, it's become incredibly good at understanding and generating human-like text. That's the language model part. It recognizes patterns, context, grammar, and even things like tone and style. So when you ask it a question or give it a prompt, it doesn't just look up an answer in a database like a traditional search engine. Instead, it uses its training to predict what the most logical and coherent sequence of words would be to form a helpful response. It's essentially generating a brand new piece of text, just for you, based on the patterns it has learned. So, how does this actually work in practice? Imagine you're chatting with a friend. You type a message, and they reply. ChatGPT works in a similar way, which is where the chat part of its name comes from. You interact with it through a conversational interface. You can ask it to explain complex topics like quantum physics in simple terms. You can ask it to write a poem about your dog. You could even ask it to help you draft an email to your boss, plan a week's worth of meals, or even write some basic computer code. Let's try a few examples right now. Let's ask it, can you explain the concept of photosynthesis like I'm 10 years old? And boom, it gives you an answer about plants eating sunlight to make their food, using simple analogies. Or how about this? Write a short, funny story about a penguin who wants to fly. In seconds, you'll get a creative little tale. It's this versatility that has people so amazed. It can switch from being a serious research assistant to a creative brainstorming partner in an instant. But it's not just about fun and games. ChatGPT has some seriously powerful applications. Developers are using it to write and debug code faster. Marketers are using it to brainstorm ad copy and social media posts. Writers are using it to overcome writer's block and explore new ideas. Students are using it as a tutoring tool to get help with homework and understand difficult subjects. It's like having a personal expert in almost any field, available 24/7. Now, this all sounds pretty magical, right? But it's important to remember that ChatGPT is not a person. It doesn't have consciousness, feelings, or beliefs. It doesn't know things in the way we do. It's a pattern matching machine, albeit an incredibly sophisticated one. This leads to some important limitations we all need to be aware of. First, and this is a big one, ChatGPT can be wrong. Because it was trained on the internet, it learned from both the good and the bad. It can pick up on misinformation or biases present in its training data. It might confidently give you an answer that sounds plausible, but is completely inaccurate. It can hallucinate facts, names, and sources that don't exist. That's why it is absolutely crucial to fact check any important information you get from it. Don't blindly trust it for medical advice, financial guidance, or critical academic work. Always use it as a starting point, not the final word. Another thing is context. While it's great at understanding immediate context within a conversation, it doesn't have memory of past conversations. Every new chat session starts fresh. It also doesn't understand the real world. It has never seen a sunset, tasted a pizza, or felt the rain. Its entire understanding is based on descriptions of these things in text. This can sometimes lead to responses that are logically sound but lack real-world common sense. There are also ethical considerations. Questions about job displacement, the potential for misuse in creating fake news or spam, and issues of academic integrity are all being hotly debated right now. How do we ensure students are learning and not just getting an AI to do their work? How do we prevent bad actors from using this technology to spread misinformation at an unprecedented scale? These are complex questions that we as a society are just beginning to grapple with. So let's step back and look at the bigger picture. ChatGPT represents a massive leap forward in artificial intelligence. It's part of a broader field called generative AI, which refers to AI that can create new content, whether that's text, images, music, or video. You might have also heard of tools like Midjourney or Dolly, which generate images from text prompts. These are all part of the same technological revolution. This technology is not just a novelty, it's a tool. And like any powerful tool, from the printing press to the internet, its impact will depend on how we choose to use it. It has the potential to supercharge human creativity and productivity. Imagine doctors using it to quickly summarize patient records, to find key information, or scientists using it to analyze huge data sets to accelerate research. It can make information more accessible, help people learn new skills, and automate tedious tasks, freeing us up to focus on more complex, creative, and strategic work. The key is to approach it with a healthy dose of both excitement and skepticism. Be curious, play around with it, see what it can do, but also be critical, question its outputs, understand its limitations. Think of it less like a magic oracle that knows everything, and more like an incredibly knowledgeable but sometimes unreliable intern. You can give it tasks, and it can produce impressive drafts, but you are still the boss. You need to review, edit, and take ultimate responsibility for the final product. So, to summarize, ChatGPT is a powerful AI language model that can understand and generate human-like text on a vast range of topics. It's an incredible tool for brainstorming, learning, and creating. However, it's not perfect. It can make mistakes, it lacks true understanding, and it comes with some significant ethical challenges that we need to address. The future of AI is unfolding right before our eyes, and ChatGPT is a huge part of that story. It is likely to become more and more integrated into the tools and platforms we use every day. From our search engines to our word processors, learning how to work with it effectively is quickly becoming a valuable new skill. What are your thoughts on ChatGPT? Have you used it for anything cool or surprising? Let me know down in the comments. I'd love to hear your experiences and what you think the future holds for this technology. Thanks so much for watching today. If you found this video helpful and want to learn more about tech trends explained simply, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next one.